Hello everyone and welcome to Cyclones TV. I'm your host Nicholas Durst. Now let's take a look to see how the Cyclones fared this past week. Tuesday, June 23rd, the team fell 11-4 to the Tri-City Valley Cats. However, Michael Bernal hit his second home run in as many nights. Wednesday, June 24th, the Cyclones were saved by the deal. It was saved by the Bell Knight, and Mr. Beldig was in the house to throw out the first pitch, sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and take pictures with fans in detention. There were different Saved by the Bell activities throughout the night, and the cast of Bayside the Musical was in attendance. On the field, the Valley Cats jumped out to a 1-0 lead. In the sixth inning, Vinny Siena laced a single to bring home Tucker Tharp to tie the game at 1. This game went to extra innings, and in the 12th, with Michael Katz on first base, Jeff Deal hit a ball to the opposite field to elude the right fielder to bring in Katz for the walk-off victory. Thursday, June 25th, the Cyclones fell 2-1 to the Connecticut Tigers. It was a real pitcher's duel. Wolf Fulmer drove in the Cyclones' only run with a sacrifice fly to center field. Friday, June 26th, the Cyclones had a 4-1 bounce-back victory versus the Connecticut Tigers. Michael Katz went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and his first home run of the season. Gabby Almonte pitched 6 innings to earn the victory. Mets' 4th-round pick David Thompson had an RBI single to score Michael Bernal in the 4th inning. Alex Polsha pitched tonight to earn his second save of the season. Saturday, June 27th was won by Mother Nature. The game was rained out. A makeup game will be played in Connecticut and the date will be announced. Sunday, June 25th, the team took on the Auburn Doubledays. Rain played a factory once again. This time the Cyclones won 6-5 in a rain-shortened 6-inning game. Now let's take a look at our Player of the Week. Michael Katz had a great week. He drove in 8 runs, had 5 runs scored, he stole a base, and had 2 home runs, which came in back-to-back games. Last Monday in the Cyclones' 14-0 victory, Tucker Tharp had a historic day. He went 4 for 4 at the plate with a walk and an RBI and 5 runs scored, a franchise record. Earlier today, I had the privilege of catching up with him to speak about this historic feat. Take a look.
Did I know I scored 5 runs? You don't really think about this during the game. You're just surprised you got on that many times. But no, it was just one of those games. I was fortunate enough to get on base, and we had, I think, 14 runs and X amount of hits, and so a lot of guys did their part of driving me in. So I really didn't do much. It was just one of those nights where everyone was hitting well. I think playing last year has helped me because, last year was just a new feel. I'd never been to a big city like this, and I think now I'm just used to the crowd, used to how they treat me here. I'm used to the ballpark. I'm used to how people are pitching me. So I think the second time around it's a lot easier for a player. Personal goals, just to compete every day. Last year we came up, I think, a half game short of the playoffs, and I think it'd be cool this year if we could get back into the playoffs. And so short-term goals, just try to stay together as a team and see if we can accomplish something in the postseason.
Now let's take a look around the Mets organization. The St. Lucie Mets just started the second half of the season and are 2-2. They are 37-37 overall. Dominic Smith is batting .347 with 2 home runs and 46 RBIs. The Savannah Sandats are 39-33 overall in the season. Second baseman Jonathan Johnson is batting .309 with 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 36 runs scored. Pitcher David Roseboom is 3-0 with 8 saves, a 1.15 ERA, and has 35 strikeouts in 31 1/3 innings. The Binghamton Mets are 38-36 on the season. Former Cyclones Brandon Nimmo and Michael Conforto will represent the Mets at this year's All-Stars Future Game in Cincinnati. Best of luck to both guys. The Las Vegas 51s are 45-32 and sit in first place in the Pacific Coast League's Southern Division. Anthony Recker went 3 for 5 at the plate with 4 RBIs as the 51s beat the Salt Lake Bees 20-8 on June 25th. Dylan G was the winning pitcher. The New York Mets are 40-37 on the season, sitting 2.5 games out of first place in the NL East. Congratulations to Steven Matz on making his MLB debut, or should we say Steven Bats. He is the first pitcher ever to go 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs in his Major League debut. He picked up the win, going 7 2/3 innings, striking out 6 batters. Now let's take a look at the Cyclones' upcoming schedule. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the team will be traveling to take on the Auburn Doubledays. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they'll be taking on the Hudson Valley Renegades. And July 4th weekend, they'll be taking on the Williamsport Crosscutters. The Cyclones have a bunch of great promotions coming up next week. Jersey Thursday, Marty McFly jersey. It's the 30th anniversary of Back to the Future, and there'll be post-game fireworks as well. 4th of July right here in Coney Island, post-game fireworks as well as country music night. And of course, Sunday, July 5th, the second Seinfeld night. Bigger, better, Banya. Little Jerry Bottlebeak for all fans in attendance, and post-game Kids Run the Bases. We hope to see you at the ballpark. That does it for this week's edition of Cyclones TV. Be sure to stay connected with the team. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Brooklyn Cyclones. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And us on Snapchat at BK Cyclones. I'm Nicholas Durst. Good night, Brooklyn. See you next time.